It's another day of even more evidence hitting Americans square in the face that there are some people in this country that are simply above the law, who aren't treated like the rest of us. They're special, and we're not. They live a good portion of the time in Washington, D.C., of course, and right now there is a certain family that is flaunting that, rubbing our noses in the fact that they're above the law and can do, well, whatever they want, whether you like it or not. They, of course, live in Washington, too. Oh, and they can also get filthy rich by being morally bankrupt and selling out the country and the rest of us by extension. Funny how that works, right? Yes, of course, I'm talking about the Biden family, America's first family right now. They showed again in grand fashion how they aren't scared of anyone from the DOJ or anyone from America's legal system at all. They think they can do whatever they want because it looks like that's true. In fact, it was on full display today when Hunter Biden crashed his own congressional hearing where they were talking about holding him in contempt of Congress. You know, that little thing that Democrats now say the Department of Justice should prosecute you and put you in jail for. That thing Democrats and the DOJ went after and charged my colleague here on this network, Stephen K. Bannon, for. Well, Hunter thought it would be a good thing to show Congress and America that he can do whatever he wants. No consequences. Does that look like a man who's scared of going to jail for being held in contempt of Congress? Because when he appeared today, it does not. Does that look like a man who believes his daddy's DOJ will ever prosecute him for anything? After trying time and time to get him off with a slap on the wrist for other crimes that he's now been charged with, now he walked right on into the hearing room. And as you can expect, things got, well, a little crazy. For example, here's Congresswoman Nancy Mace of South Carolina, who addressed Hunter directly minutes after he sat down, and she said a lot of things normal Americans wanted to say to this man. Listen.
First question is, who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here. I think that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. Our nation is founded on the rule of law.
Come on.
And the premise that the law applies equally to everyone, no matter what your last.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Point of order? Point of order. He came in and flaunted his privilege in front of all of them. Said, your subpoena doesn't mean anything. I'll do as I please. Mace wasn't done, by the way. She went on and said this.
Yes, I'm looking at you, Hunter Biden, as I'm speaking to you. You are not above the law at all. The facts in this case are crystal clear. This committee used and issued a lawful subpoena to Hunter Biden, a critical witness in this committee's investigation into Biden family corruption. Hunter Biden and his lawyers did not claim privilege of any kind because clearly he has none. They didn't contest the legitimacy of our reasons for issuing the subpoena. No reasons, because they clearly are legitimate. And yet he refused to comply. Trump's family members, Don Trump Jr., he did not defy a congressional subpoena. He showed up multiple times for multiple depositions for several hours. In doing so, Hunter Biden broke the law. He did so deliberately. You did so flagrantly. You showed up on the Hill, on the Senate side, the day of that congressional subpoena to defy it and spit in the face of this committee. That's what you did.
And of course, she's right about every single point she made. And you know what else she was right about? This.
I believe that Hunter Biden should be held completely in contempt. I think he should be hauled off to jail right now, because it wasn't long ago, too, my friends on the other side of the aisle, that you also believed in the power of a congressional subpoena. Not long ago at all. You believed in holding those who refuse to comply with a congressional subpoena accountable. And my last message to you, Hunter Biden, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah. Yes, the sergeant of arms should haul Hunter Biden off to jail right now. And Merrick Garland should have the balls, as Nancy Mace put it, that Hunter does not have to actually charge him. Will he? I have no idea, but come on. I doubt it would shock anyone if they let Hunter off the hook for this one, too, or at least try their level best. But getting back to the hearing, Hunter wasn't there very long, you see, because when it was Marjorie Taylor Greene's turn at the microphone, Hunter got up and fled the room. He got the hell out of there like a frightened little rabbit. Listen.
Chair recognizes Ms. Green from Georgia for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Whoa! Oh.
I'd like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
Burst their bubble. Wow, that's too bad.
It was too bad. That'd have been a fiery little bit of commentary. But he fled like a cockroach to the light because, you see, Hunter Biden is allowed to show up to Congress, leave whenever he wants. No norms, no rules, no guidelines, and not a care in the world. It's like he owns the place. Huh. And honestly, he probably thinks he does with all the money he's apparently gotten by selling out his country and selling his family name. And, well, wouldn't you know it? Democrats think this was a very smart move for Hunter Biden to pull this stunt today. And that's what it was, a political stunt. And here's why. From Democrat Congressman Jared Moskowitz. Listen.
You know in advance that Hunter Biden would be coming this morning? Was this coordinated?
No, I didn't have any advanced knowledge, but, seeing how, he came and did the press conference last time, I mean, that was a pretty aggressive strategy. So my colleagues, quite frankly, across the aisle should have expected something based on that previous move by Hunter. That being said, I think it was pretty smart for him to come and show the American people that my colleagues across the aisle actually don't want the truth to get out. They just want to continue to spin.
Who's spinning, sir? Well, if Hunter wanted the truth to get out, he could, comply with a subpoena and sit for a closed-door hearing, like everyone else does. And then he can get his public hearing just like, well, everyone else, normal people.